All right, so I want to touch on a topic that happened this month, but way back in 2014. So that's about, what is it now, 2025? 11 years ago, right? It happened around, it's around this time, believe it or not, in late August, where I remember going to Carson to some Filipino store, and I bought a ticket for what was it, ASAP Live 2014. That was in LA. That was for October of later that year, right? So it turns out I did just that because I planned on buying a ticket, and I think there were select stores available to purchase the tickets. And from what I remember, there's one available in Carson. So I decided to go there, although it's kind of a far of a drive, for the sake of me wanting to go, because, Erich is there primarily. I know the Empress, and is Empress there? I remembered Maha, Iya, trying to remember who else was there. Maha, Iya, and Catherine were gonna be there too, right? For the ASAP Live in LA. So and before, I think there was an ASAP Live in LA before, if I'm not mistaken. That was it some years ago. I'm trying to remember if there was one before, but if not, this may be the first time, right? So for this one, I decided to go because Erich, Erich was going to be there. And, I know that, I'm a fan of the other actresses too, and the other stars like Maha and Iya, who was my first love way back in the days of Wow Wow Wee, back in 2005. Mind you, when I started my college life, I just thought I'd give it a shot, right? So I went all the way to Carson. That's about almost a half an hour drive, if I'm not mistaken. And then I decided to want to go work out after. I was still working out at Planet Fitness at the time. I still had my membership. But, what was it? So I bought my ticket, right? I got really excited. I'm like, yeah, finally. I forgot how much the ticket cost. 100. I want to say it's around 160. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was that much. I know it was expensive. Or is it 150? I think it was 150 for the VIP seating, I think. So, and I'm trying to remember if Stephanie, my other friend, who also went with me, got the same thing. But I don't think, no, I think she sat somewhere else, and I took the VIP seating, and so I ended up sitting on, I think it was on the side of the stage. I think it was on the left side, if I'm not mistaken. And so yeah. Anyways, I bought my ticket. I was driving back. I was like, yeah, I'm so excited because primarily I wanted to, like, as much as I love those other girls, I think Erich was one of the only couple that I dearly loved the most. Julia Montez is another one. So I think those two, like, just really inspired me the most. They just captured my, they just captured my eyes when it comes to, like, attraction and when it comes to inspiration. Because I follow those guys a lot, and and I've known Erich way longer. I've known Iya first, and then it was Maha, and then Sarah, and then Erich, going back to Sanama, was Muley. But she was one of the only couple that I followed the most, because once upon a time I was part of her fan base in the Erichholics. I can forget the Erichers, because the Erichers were just they're just a bunch of too cool to be people kind of fans were. I wasn't really into them, but I was more of an Erich-holic, a longtime Erich-holic, and that's how I followed Erich the most. And then obviously Julia Montez in the later, in the next few years, with when she was in Mara Clara, and I started to follow her career a whole lot. I just think that she just captured my attention way more than Catherine. I mean, although Catherine is attractive as well, I don't think I have the same love for her as Larry does. I mean, Larry's a huge fan of Catherine, and although I find her really attractive, it's just I think Julia just really and has always captured my eyes, when it comes to attraction and personality and inspiration. You know what I'm saying? So, and Erich as well. I mean, personality as well, especially since I met both of those girls already. And to be honest, I found Erich so much friendlier, and she made me really want to see her again. And I had an opportunity to. One of the Erich-holics, I forgot her name, she told me they had a meet and greet in the hotel. It was like the morning of, what was it? Of the day that the Star Magic in concert happened, and that was in the Shrine Auditorium. That was in L.A. Was it Wilshire? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, it happened later that night. But in that morning, I think there was a meet and greet with Erich and Erich-holics. I really, really, really wanted to go, but at that same day, it was also my my grandfather's but then 80th birthday. God rest his soul. That we had to prepare for his birthday party, and it was a special occasion, a special moment for my grandfather. Who was definitely a unique character, and just always smiled and never really showed signs of stress. And even if he was, even when he was scolded, he was always, he was always smiling, just because he just never, like personality-wise, he just never aged like that. So I just thought I'd share a little bit of that, because that was done by his 80th birthday to celebrate, and just really happy to see him live to that day. And then we know that, so that was a special moment. I totally understood that, but if a day like if that meet and greet happened in any other day, it feels like Sunday, then hell yeah, I would do anything to meet her again and probably have a better selfie with her. I got a pretty good one, honestly. So, and then in 2014, I just had a chance to see Erich again, and after getting that selfie, it just strengthened my love for Erich, and like never before. And I really wanted to just really meet her again, and I had another chance before watching her in concert, and she was a pretty good dancer, no doubt. But here's the thing. So I bought my ticket, right, for the Acid Live 2014. I was ready to see Erich again, maybe have another selfie with her. Woo! But I think it was when I got to the gym that Stephanie told me, breaking news, Erich is not going anymore. I forgot what the reason was. She said it in her Twitter. Yeah, sorry, I have to back down. I don't know if I still have the proof. I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, I couldn't find the pictures. I had to, I couldn't find the pictures, but except for that one that has, for some that have me and no, wait, did I find it? Oh yeah. I just didn't find her proof, her Twitter proof at the time. But I do have my other pictures still. There was a few of them that I took, including the one with me and Stephanie, and one with me holding the ass up, what do you call it, the tag, VIP thing, you know what I'm saying, VIP pass. So it turns out that Erich backed out. My lord, my heart started to sink. right after I heard that. I was in shock. I'll never forget to this day. I was in shock that Erich decided to just back out. And I just bought my ticket too, mind you. So that time I was like, man, I already bought my ticket. It's $150. Should I get a refund? I mean, I still like. So part of me still wanted to watch, but then it's like Erich is not there. And look, no disrespect to the other girls, I love them too. I mean, but I don't love them as much as I love Erich dearly. So it's like, as much as I like to see those guys. I mean to see Ia and Maha in person, and I forgot who else was there besides Catherine. I mean, I've seen Catherine already. She was very friendly too. But I feel like at some point it wasn't gonna feel the same without Erich. So I don't know. I thought about getting a refund, but I was like, man, should I just stick it out because I'll watch Catherine. And yeah, that my heart started to really sink after I found that Erich wasn't gonna go. So, but the thing is, I stuck it out anyway. So I mean, to pay for that much for a ticket, especially if it's VIP seating, then I might as well do it. I don't think they were gonna allow refunds anyhow, and I mean, it is what it is. But it was just unfortunate timing for me to find out that Erich was not gonna go, and so I couldn't help but to even think about it, because just let that sink in. I just bought my ticket, right? I bought the ticket. I was so excited. As I was driving home, I was ready to do my workout, right? And then Stephanie messaged me for me to find out that Erich was not going to be there. So that changed my entire perception and my feel for going to Acid Live in LA. So I mean, I did the best I could to enjoy it. I still enjoyed it, but not at the level that I wanted it to be. Just like when I first met Julia and Catherine, and in the Universal, and ultimately to see them the weekend after at was at LA Convention Center, right? And so, this one here just really, like, if I gotta be honest, it hurt me. But I just thought I'd share this moment because had Erich never backed out, I'm pretty sure that this would, like, 2014 would have definitely been my next best year after 2011, because in 2011 I did see Julia and Catherine twice in LA, Universal and LA Convention Center, for that meet and greet after they performed for that Philam Expo. So I could have sworn, I already met Erich, but the thing is, had she not backed down, I'm pretty sure that I would have had another chance to get another selfie with her, after the show. She would have been on stage with the rest of my idols. That would have said a whole lot as far as just my will to want to go because of her. Now again, I like the other girls too. I admire them. Don't get me wrong. Hell, I used to admire Ia, like, big time. Back in her days, when she was with what's their faces? Oh yeah, Janelle and Kat for while we way back in the day. It was such a long time ago. I was barely starting college that time. But thing is, like, now it's like the two idols that inspired me the most, without question, Erich and Julia, because I followed their careers a whole lot more than I have with the other ones. And as pretty as those other ones are, especially Maha, I just think Erich and Julia are just the ones. And yeah, I did see Sarah in person too, You know, she's I had followed her career closely as well, but not to the extent that I have with Erich and Julia. So, you know, it's just clear to me. I think that, you know, that with Erich being in Acid Life, you know, I definitely would have been more excited, and my year 2014 would have been complete without question. It would have been complete. Just knowing that I saw her again, you know, for the third time, and this time it was just, you know, hey, I mean, I'll definitely get a much better feeling just coming out, but you know, like, it is what it is, and you know, it still pains me to this day to even see that that Erich had to back out, and I know it's already been 11 years, but you know, it's a kind of moment where it's just unexpected, and you know, it is what it is with this kind of you know, with events like this. You just never know if they're still gonna show up, if they don't, if they back out all of a sudden due to personal reasons or whatever reason that may be, you know. But for Erich, man, I mean, at least I got to watch her movie with Dewey. But, you know, I mean, that ain't saying too much compared to if I were to see her in person again. And, you know, seeing her in ASAP in LA, that definitely would have, you know, strengthened my excitement and the vibes. And boy, if I needed that. But yeah, man, it's I just thought I'd get that out there, and so you guys tell me what you think, man. It's you know, I really wish I was going to see Erich again, and just when I got so excited that then all of a sudden I've been told she's not going. I'm like, oh my god, that's just one of those rare instances where you buy your ticket and then suddenly your favorite or your most favorite idol is gone. He's not going anymore. Oh, that feeling's gotta hurt, dude. I know time flies, but anyway, man, and I see that everyone's just moved on. So, all right, well, that's all I gotta say about it. Tell me what you guys think.